Level 1, Salvation. The day everything changed. You remember it. Maybe you were sitting in church, and something the pastor said just broke you open. Maybe you were alone in your room at midnight, tears running down your face. Maybe life collapsed, a loss, a betrayal, or rock bottom. And in that moment you whispered, "God, I don't have anything left. I need you." And something shifted, like a weight you'd been carrying your whole life, just lifted. That's salvation. That's level 1. And here's the most important thing I'll say in this entire video. That moment is enough to make heaven. Let me say that again so it lands. Your eternity is not decided by how far you grow. It's decided by whether you accepted the gift. Romans 10 verse 9. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you'll be saved. That's it. No levels required. No performance needed. Grace is free. But here's what I also need to tell you. Free doesn't mean purposeless. You weren't just saved from something. You were saved for something. And that's what these levels are about. Not getting to heaven. Living fully until you get there. Level 2, the carnal Christian. This person got genuinely saved. Real tears. Real moment. Real God. But Monday morning, back to the same group chat. Same bad habits. Same toxic situationship. Same short temper with their own family. Sunday, they're lifting their hands in worship. Friday night, they're doing things they know they shouldn't. And the wild part? They don't think anything is wrong because they still believe. They still go to church. They still call themselves a Christian. Now, and this is important, they are still saved. God didn't take back the gift because they're struggling. Grace doesn't have an expiry date. But here's what they're missing. Their salvation is secured, but their life is still a mess. Still anxious. Still empty, still stuck in the same cycles, still wondering why Christianity doesn't feel like it's working. It's like someone gave you a brand new car, fully paid for, keys in your hand, and you're still walking everywhere. The car is yours, but you're not using it. Level 2 is not about losing your salvation. It's about missing your life. And most people, if we're being brutally honest, park here for years, not because they're bad people, but because nobody told them that what God saved them into was meant to be so much richer than this. Level 3, the religious. Doing everything right, feeling nothing. This level looks like growth from the outside. This person is in church every Sunday, serving, giving, leading. They know the right scriptures. They say the right things. God is in control. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm covered by the blood. But go home with them on a Tuesday night, and something feels hollow. There's anxiety they can't shake. A secret sin they've been fighting for 3 years. Bitterness towards someone they smile at in church every week. They're performing Christianity, not living it. Think of it like a waiter at a 5-star restaurant. They know the menu by heart. They describe every dish with confidence, but they've never actually sat down and eaten the food. That's level 3. And again, still saved. God's grace covers performance too. And the thing about level 3 is, it's exhausting. Keeping up the image. Showing up when you feel nothing. Serving out of guilt instead of love. God never designed the Christian life to feel like a job you hate. He's not asking you to do more. He's asking you to come closer. Because closeness changes everything. Level 4, the hunger. When you finally get hungry. This level usually comes after a breaking point. A prayer that got answered in a way you didn't expect. A season where God felt completely silent. And you had to decide, am I going to walk away or lean in? And you leaned in. You started reading the Bible not to check a box, but because you genuinely needed answers. Prayer stopped being a shopping list and started being an actual asterisk conversation. Honest ones, raw ones, where you told God, I don't understand what you're doing. I am confused. I am angry, but I'm not leaving. And that kind of honesty, that's what opens the door. Remember Jacob in Genesis. He wrestled with God through the entire night. No polish, no perfect prayer. Just, I will not let you go until you bless me. And God honored it. Now listen, Jacob was already in covenant with God before that night. His relationship with God wasn't on the line. But that one desperate night changed his trajectory forever. That's what level 4 does. It doesn't save you. It transforms you. And transformed people live differently. Level 5, the Spirit LED life. When you stop driving and start following, life doesn't necessarily get easier here, but you become different inside the heart. The same situation that used to make you explode. You respond with a patience you didn't manufacture yourself. The fear that used to freeze you. You still feel it, but you move anyway. You start hearing something inside. Not audible, but unmistakably clear. Wait, go this way. Don't say that. Trust me. And you've learned to follow it. Real example. Someone humiliates you publicly. Old you fires back immediately. Level 5 you pauses, feels that quiet nudge, say let it go. And you do. Not because you're weak, because you're led. And here's the beautiful thing. This isn't about being super spiritual. This is just what happens when you stay close to God long enough. Galatians 5 calls it the fruit of the Spirit, not the performance of the Spirit. You don't force fruit. You stay connected to the tree, and it grows out of you naturally. Level 5 is when people start saying, there's something different about you, and they can't quite explain it, but you know exactly what it is. Level 6, maturity. Everybody wants the gifts, the miracles, the platform, the anointing people can feel when you walk in. But level 6 is roots. The mature believer is not the loudest person in the room. They don't need to be. They're the person you call at 2 a.m. when everything in your life is falling apart. And they don't even have all the answers. But something about talking to them makes you feel like it's going to be okay. Because they've walked through fire, real fire. And they came out the other side knowing, not just believing, that God is faithful. Here's the difference. A young believer reads asterisk, all things work together for good, and hopes it's true. A mature believer reads it and exhales because they have receipts. They've seen it happen in their own life too many times to doubt it. And the best part about level 6, you didn't grow here so God would love you more. He loved you completely at level 1. You grew here because you needed it. Because the person you're becoming at level 6 is someone who can carry others. And that's where level 7 comes in. Level 7, the fruitful life. Not your platform, not your title, your life. This is the neighbor who quietly helps the struggling single mom next door without posting it anywhere. This is the co-worker who never joins the gossip, and somehow everyone respects them more for it. This is the friend who tells you the hard truth with so much love that you can't even be offended. Their life just points somewhere without them even trying. John 15, I appointed you to go and bear fruit. Fruit that lasts, not fruit that impresses people for a season. Fruit that lasts. A marriage that survived what should have destroyed it. A child you quietly poured into who grows up and does the same for someone else. A business built with integrity in an industry full of shortcuts. And here's what I need you to understand. Level 7 is not reserved for pastors and missionaries. It's for the mom raising her kids with grace. The young man who refuses to cut corners at work. The person who keeps choosing forgiveness. In a world that says, get revenge. That is level 7. And every single person watching this was created to live there. Before you go, I need you to hear this clearly. These levels are not a ladder to earn God's love. They are not qualifications for heaven. You're already loved. You are already saved by grace. But you are not saved just to survive until you die. You were saved to live. Fully, freely, fruitfully. So the question is not, am I good enough for heaven? The question is, am I living the life God actually saved me for? Drop your level in the comments. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And let's keep climbing. Not to earn anything, but because there's more.